this is Glitterlantern, and I have just finished watching Wishmaker, and it is one of the most wonderful episodes so far in season 4, and I still cannot grasp what all just happened in the episode. Like, it was all fun and games for the first half, then after the identities get revealed, it's well, I don't know what's the word I should use for it. Basically, we just start the episode with, Miss Bustier telling us that there is going to be a career day, and these guys can choose their careers on that day, and everybody's getting really excited. Except for Adrian, because he has no idea what he really wants to do. I actually thought that he would have an idea, just that he doesn't tell anyone. But then I guess he doesn't have any idea after all. For Marinette, I just thought that, it was kind of obvious she wanted to be a fashion designer, but now it's getting confusing whether what she wants to do. Like, there are too many options and it's complicated, according to them. So they just, decide to go to the career fair, and then when they reach there, they Marinette meets Luca and they're all talking, and Luca wants to be somebody who makes stringed instruments, and once again I did not know that. I thought he wanted to be a musician, but guess everybody has got different opinions right now. So these guys just decide to go and talk it all out, and then Adrian is upset because he doesn't know what he wants to be, and the rest of the characters are all missing in this episode, I guess. Like, for example, the only time or the only dialogue we get from Alia in the beginning is whether being a superhero counts as a career. I guess it must, except that you won't get paid for it. I don't think they get paid for it. And then we also see the Kwamis during this time. Like, they have been appearing really seldom. They appeared in the Gang of Secrets, they appeared in the Truth and Furious Fu, but other than that, I don't remember seeing them that much. For Tiki, we don't see her at all. We only see her, when Marinette's about to transform. Other than that, she's just completely disappeared. Like, completely. Like, you might hear one word or two words from her every episode, and, well, I guess I miss Tiki. Like, there have been so many new characters and so much new plot. I guess there isn't really a need for her right now in the story to advise Marinette, because it's all very confusingly going on. Then Luca plays the violin in this episode. This was actually spoiled quite some time ago, but then, we finally got it. And I didn't know that violins could play by themselves if, shown near the wind. I try it out, but I don't think it's going to work. Plus, at the same time, Alec is going a little bit of crazy and insulting everybody and going very... It's kind of childish of him that just because he didn't get to do his childhood dreams, everybody else is, going to get that, and they are doing that, and he can't do it, so he's just going to make fun of them. Now that's strange and childish. He turns into Wishmaker when he finally reveals his dream, and basically his dream was to, I don't think it was a dream or a wish, but basically he had lots of hair when he was younger. People teased him for it, and he just got all of it off. And, that's sad, but it also feels slightly stupid. In a way, that is. Like, can you get acclimatized for that? Like, it's a seriously kind of like a minor detail, and then Shadow Moth comes in, and I have to say, Shadow Moth's scenes, like in Crocodile, were extremely hilarious and entertaining. So, he just akumatizes him and turns him into Wishmaker, who can grant people's childhood wishes. Yes, and that's where he becomes the villain, If he just granted everybody's wishes, it would totally become such a happy thing for everybody. But if he does it to, grant childhood wishes, which they evidently do not have anymore because of some reason, or maybe they were just stupid, or, weird. Like, seriously, Mr. Banana turned into a cucumber. Like, that's stupid. Then somebody turns into this giant robot and is attacking everybody, and at the same time, Jagged Stone turns into a crocodile. I get it, you like crocodiles, but I never thought that you wanted to become a crocodile. Yeah, that's probably the reason he has a pet. Crocodile. When Luca helps both Adrian and Marinette to hide away from the Akuma while he, distracts it. Yeah, it's pretty sweet of him to do that because, there's a good chance that he'll just get hit. So, both of them just transform and escape, to fight the acclimatized villain of the day. And then, it's interesting when Luca just finds out that Marinette's disappeared and by the Jagged cannot swim. Like, you're a crocodile, you can't swim? Like, it's strange. Why did you even try jumping into the water all of a sudden if you knew that you can't swim? Well, forget that. Both Ladybug and Cat Noir continue fighting, It's almost as if they're dancing. Yes, I know they're a dynamic duo, but it is funny and cute at the same time. And I really expected Cat Noir to be more upset about the last episode, Rocketeer, where the identities of Reina Rouge and Carapace are known, but Ladybug didn't tell him hers and all that confusion, but guess he's in a better mood and is only concerned about his career. Maybe that Rocketeer thing will come into play later on. At the same time, Ladybug tells us what her childhood dream was, and well, aren't you supposed to say nothing about your secret identity? By that I mean nothing, and still you just told it randomly? Like, even at the end of the episode, you say that again. But, well, I guess it's all fair in war. Anyway, basically, Marinette's childhood dream was to become a knitting fairy. A knitting fairy. Now, what is a knitting fairy? If anybody could explain that to me in the comments, I'll be glad. But I've never ever heard of the knitting fairy. The tooth fairy, I get it, but what's a knitting fairy? I'm guessing it's something that Marinette made by herself. As for Cat Noir, he has no dreams. So, well, that ends there. At this point, these guys have realized that there's a good chance their identities will be revealed because, well, their childhood dreams does not involve masks. So, these guys just decide to, take help from Hyperion and give him the second chance bracelet. What's so funny is that he's just, relaxing on the beach with his dad who's a crocodile. A crocodile. Why is this episode so strange? And funny and exciting at the same time. Well, it's kind of like the perfect episode to be in Miraculous, but anyway, continuing up with that, Buck's lucky charm is a stuffed animal, which looks like a dinosaur, but I'm not sure which one, but then, anyway, so basically, then, well, the second chance comes into play, and it coming into play has both Marinette's identity. She turns into the knitting fairy, and it's a strange costume. It's cool to see new costumes, but fine. So basically, she gets it. Luca used a second chance, and he's like, "What just happened?" And then, well, by the second time, it's Adrian who gets it, and well, Luca knows who Cat Noir is now. Then, and well, his dream was basically to be anything that his parents wanted him to be. That's sweet, but I think you should think for yourself, Adrian, because seriously, if your dad wanted to, he'll make you a supervillain. I really think that's what's going to happen next. Good chance. See the point where Wishmaker is like, "What's your childhood wish?" And Katner's like, "You're unlucky, I do not have one." And Shadowmoth's like, "Ha ha." And I'm like, you do know that you're the reason he might not have any childhood dreams, right? And Shadowmoth's reactions to the identities getting revealed is like the polar opposite, and I get why that is so. Like when he found out that Marinette is Ladybug, he's like, "Yeah, so I'm just going to get the Miraculous now. Yay." As for Adrian, it was like shock. Serious shock. Reminds me of some other Miraculous episode which involved the identities. Yeah, I'm talking about Cat Bronc. Same goes for Luca's expressions, but then we didn't really get to see him that much, about that. Continuing up, well, they find out that the stuffed animal is special to somebody whose childhood dream was to be a stuffed dino hug thing. Well, anyway, so they just get him hit by Wishmaker, and then he will just, kind of squishes Wishmaker, and they just get his, that staff-like thing, and I'm like, this must be the first time, like, the Sin gets to defeat the villain all by themselves. Like, yeah, I know that Ladybug and Catnap helped, they cataclysm the rod and everything else, but at the same time, I don't think that they've directly defeated any of the villains so far, so this must be a first. And after that, when Ladybug takes the Miraculous back from Luca, she's like, nobody got our identities, right? And he's like, right. And, she's like, you didn't get them either, did you? And he's like, no, I didn't. Nobody knew it because you guys never got hit and nobody knows your childhood dreams. And, well, that's a lie. And I was half expecting him to, just say that he knows it, but then if this is the way, I think he just got the truth as to why their relationship never worked out. And it's kind of bittersweet that he knows that these guys are also superheroes / students and more confusing drama. I'm pretty sure that this is all basically like a ship which is getting filled with ships and other confusing drama material, and it's just going to direct somewhere. It's going in a slow motion with episodes like releasing 2 or 3 in a month, and it's just going to crash at some point, though I have no idea when. The episode ends with, Adrian like deciding that he'll, just find it out in the future. Marinette being like, I'm going to try out all the things, and, well, Alec being more happy and, just trying to support everybody's childhood dreams and, starting a new show for it. That's all sweet. It was a pretty genuine episode, like, in a sweet one. But where point is that Alec getting acclimatized did not, like, the only purpose it served was to get Ladybug and Catnap's identities out to Luca, but then, there's nothing interesting about the acclimatization itself. Except for once it seems a little more positive. Yes, it's strange, but it's a little more positive than just, wanting to wreak destruction all over the place. It's kind of funny, actually. So I guess that by now 2 people know these secret identities. Alia only knows Ladybug's, but Luca has both of theirs, which evidently puts him in more prominence, I guess. Like, we had a series of Alia's episodes after she found out Marinette's identities, but now I think maybe the same is going to apply for Luca. And I suppose that most of the people are really liking it that Adrian got a little more center stage. Like, not the center stage, but then equal amount of time. Like, yeah, it was... Actually, Marinette was shown a little less than him, I think. Like, you clearly know what's going to happen to her, but then as for Adrian, you know that, well, he doesn't have an idea, so more question on him. And Luca was there, there's an additional character who was supposed to support them, but all of a sudden became the person who knows their identities. I know all of this is going to turn out to be important in some points. Anyway, that's it for today, so thank you all for watching. I guess this is the last review for the month, since, well, we aren't having any new episodes. Maybe, if there is one, I'll be reviewing it. So thank you all for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Bye.